Hello, in this video we will create a pie chart and then also look at the labeling techniques so that you can label them properly. We would use these libraries: GGPLOT, GT, Flex Table, dplyr and glue. So in this example we are going to create our pie charts using the raw data and then also looking at the aggregate data. So first of all we are looking at the raw data, which is in diamonds data set in ggplot2 library. Let's view that on screen using the Flex Table. So this is our data. It has the cut, color, clarity, etc. for each individual diamond. We'll use this in our pie chart as well now. We could have also used the aggregated data by using the dplyr and grouping it by cut and then calculating its frequency. We would have got something like this, which has the cut and the number of diamonds for each cut, the frequency. Instead of using this symbol, you can also use this symbol. It works exactly the same. So it's up to you what is more convenient for you. So I'll remove just one of them. So that's fine. Now that we have seen the raw data as well as the aggregated data, let's start creating a pie chart. And to start with, we'll use the raw data, which was the diamonds data set. Okay, let's start writing a script for the pie chart. So first of all, diamonds data set is being used in this example, and the aesthetics is x equals blank or space and fill equals cut. And then I'm creating a geom bar. So it's going to be a geom bar, which is kind of stacked geom bar, and you can see the proportions for each cut. So these are the cuts: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cuts, and this proportion is being shown. And if I use the coordinate polar and say yes to that, it will suddenly become a circular plot. Pie chart is also known as a circle plot or a circular plot. So there we go. It's a basic pie chart, but it's not complete yet. So we need to finalize it to make it publication ready. Before we create a finalized chart by using and changing the look and feel of the chart, let's create the pie chart using the aggregated data. Remember, we created the data frame df, which had the cut and the frequency. So in this case, I'm saying fill equals cut and y equals n. Now if I run exactly the same script which I did before, it's not going to work because this time we have given y equals n. So normally geom bar behavior is to calculate the frequency automatically. Because we have given y equals n, we must put stat equals identity. So whatever is the value of y is going to be used in this chart. So we get a similar chart now. So just for some time, let me comment this field out, chord polar, and if I run it, it now becomes a stacked bar chart. So with that, let's make some changes to the geom bar. So I'm going to use the width equals 1 and color equals black. So if I run it, you have black colored boundary on all the boxes. That's fine. What about the width? If I reduce the width, you will see that it has become smaller. So in this example, it's better to leave it at 1. Now to get a pie chart back, I'm uncommenting the chord polar equals yes command, and now it becomes a circle plot or a pie chart. You can see that the black color has been placed around all the pies. Now we could also use a theme to get rid of all the gray background, etc. And I can use the theme called theme void. Now here is an interesting bit. I'm going to start finalizing the chart, and I'm going to use the glue syntax to make the chart more meaningful. So let's see what I mean by that. So let's create our subtitle, and I'm using a string called s subtitle, and I'm saying my data frame, which was df, and then I'm saying glue data cut, and you see that is going to give us kind of a representation of all the cuts which were there. There were 5 cuts: fair, good, very good, etc. But to be able to place that into our chart, I want to collapse it. So I want a simple string like this: fair, comma, good, etc. And in the last, you can see that I want an and. So this is like a English syntax saying, okay, these are the cuts available in our chart. So that's good. We can use it as a subtitle now. So with that, let's go further. So let's see the effect of these two strings, and I'm going to say lab titles equals s title, and similarly I'm also going to use the subtitle, which was this syntax, subtitle equals this string. And if I run it, I get a nice chart which gives us the title and the subtitle. And if you're not happy with the subtitle and we want to make it more explanatory, we can also put some more text in there. Using the glue syntax again, I can put some additional text saying showing distribution, and so this has to come in a curly brackets because this is a variable which we want to bring in. Now is the time to put some labels, and I'm going to use these three libraries: stringer, ggrepl, and scales. So let me put this along all our other libraries. So these are the earlier libraries, and I'm going to copy and cut and paste it up there just to have everything together. So if I run all the three libraries, we are good to go. So before we see how we are going to use these three libraries, let's change the color of the fill. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. So I've given some colors from my own. So using the scale fill manual, we can simply replace the existing colors with these colors. So it looks a bit nicer. Now you can also control the starting position of your first pie. So using the start equals command. So in this case, I'm giving 0, and you would see it's not going to make any difference because that's by default. And I can bring it 1. So this is in radians. So this is not degrees, this is radians. So if you know your mathematics, there are 2 pi radians in a circle, so about 6 or so radians in that. And of course you can use decimal values to control it more accurately, something like this, and you would see that it's going to change the shape or the starting position of your first pi. So you can control it this way. Now is the time to create some labels. So to use the labels or to create labels, I'm going to create another data frame called df2, and I'm using some additional commands in that. So I'm going to calculate the cumulative sum starting from the bottom from the last row, and then also calculating the position where the labels are going to be placed. So we get something like this, and I'm going to use this in our geom label repel. So data frame equals, or data equals df2, aesthetics y equals the position, and the label is going to be, so let's use the paste command. I could have also used the glue command here, but I'm using the paste 0. So cut and \n is the new line, and then I'm using the scales command and saying comma n. That means if the numbers are larger, say 1000, it's going to place a comma in that. Okay, let's run it and see our chart now. Here we go. We have nice labels which are in 2 lines, the cut and then the frequency. We can also remove the legend by saying theme legend.position equals none, so that we don't see 2 legends because we already have the labels there. So there we go. This is our final chart, and I hope you found this information useful and practical. Thank you very much for watching it, and I'll see you in the next one.